Have you ever had a moment where reality just hits you? Yeah, me too. And recently, it's been the fact that I'm not a child anymore. I'm not a student anymore. I'm really out here responsible for my life. Like, it's just me.
Like, what do you mean I'm fully responsible for my life? I can't say, oh, I'm in school. I can't even say, oh, I'm employed. And honestly, with that realization has come a little bit of panic and fear because there's just no template to life.
There's no steady pace anymore. For example, how would it go from kindergarten to like elementary school and then to high school and then from high school to uni and then from uni to like math? Well, I don't know. I feel like high school is like the last curated, part of it because people choose not to go to uni, so people choose to drop out of high school. Anyways, that's their business. Some people are getting married, others are having kids, some are in jail. Ref, do something. Now, personally, I would say the hardest thing about life after graduation is figuring out what's next. Like, do I go back to school? Do I get a job? Do I focus on my business? Do I become a full-time content creator? Do I find a rich man to marry me so I can be a stay-at-home mom? Ew, okay, first of all, no, I can't do that. Not yet. There's just a lot to figure out, plus that strange feeling of, oh, I'm behind, I need to catch up. You need to catch up. It's not like I'm avoiding life, I'm just not sure what I'm going to prioritize at the moment. Like, the way my brain works is that I have to break things down into little bite-sized chunks. Okay, by the way, what the hell is going on with my makeup? Right now, I don't really know anything. I'm just living life. But what I do know is I need a job. Like, I need a big girl job. I don't know, okay? I need multiple sources of income. I need to be able to fund the lifestyle that I want. I need to become a rich babe expeditiously, fast, like a cheetah. But unfortunately, before I become this, public figure that gets paid to literally create for a living, hello, subscribe, follow me. That's only if you like me though. And while I'm working on that side quest, I'd like a little girl job to sustain me. Yo, what is going on with this blush? So yeah, I'm working on my portfolio and I'm applying for jobs. That is why I'm currently getting ready to do headshots. Could I pay someone to do them for me? Yeah, sure, but I know how to use the camera.
Why are you not using powder first? Loose powder.
I always use this first.
Use loose powder first. That should be after. Are you mad?
Sorry. I have a white background. They're just LinkedIn photos, okay? Like, I don't really feel like I need to do that much. I may or may not, like, low-key have an independence issue, but that's another conversation. That's another video. And when I do things, I like to do them well. Ideally, these photos would go on like my LinkedIn, my Indeed, and my personal website. Just anywhere I need to look professional. Now, any makeup girly would know that you always have to do a flashback test. It's okay, I'm not going out. It'll do. Let's go figure out what we're wearing for the top half of the photo, okay? Of course, a mindset that has been keeping me sane all of this is the, I propose and God disposes mindset. If you know me personally, you'll know that I'm a girl that's really big on my faith in Jesus Christ. Everything I do in my life nowadays, like, I really wanna involve God because I do believe that He's the architect of my building, the painter to my art piece, the writer to my story, the supreme being that knows the beginning to my end. Honestly, stepping into the unknown can be a little bit scary, but it's more comforting when you know you're doing it with an all-knowing God. That is my belief. Ew, corporate. The bottom is giving, what the hell is that? But it's okay, we're only seeing my face. They're just headshots for real. To the studio, aka my garage. Yo, I honestly, sincerely apologize for the mess. Okay, it's been a rough couple of days. I want to live in a studio apartment for a bit. Like a studio apartment that like a certain section of it would be like a studio.
like a photo studio, makeup studio, okay, I'm thinking too much. Peppy, just do the photos. Do what you came here to do. And mind you, it's almost 11 p.m. and I was gonna go to the gym. It's okay. Okay, so it turns out that shooting by yourself is actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. For this setting, I used my Canon M50 as well as my 50mm f1.8, which I was expecting would do the job. However, the autofocus really kept messing me up. I don't know, for some reason, when I would start the timer, it would not focus on my face by the time I got to where I was standing, right? So I had to switch it to manual focus, and then I used an object, in this case my light panel, as something to focus on. And then when I would set the timer, I would literally just switch it out and stand where the light panel was. So that was how I was able to get myself in focus. Of course, like, shooting yourself has its own perks and its own disadvantages, but I honestly really love it because it forces me to challenge myself. Being behind the camera and being in front of the camera forces you to learn things, right? And I find that it's made my workflow when working with partners, when working with people, easier because, again, like, I have experience behind and in front of the camera. Anywho, it's time to edit.
Okay, Olivia Pope, Fitz, get your bike. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
The editing process for this was pretty lighthearted, I will not lie. I did not really have to do much. All I did was smooth out my skin and then some parts of the lace for my hair. The lighting was already pretty good because Canon always has good colors. Probably maybe just increase the saturation and the warmness of the photo and the sharpness. But other than that, like, I really did shoot to make my editing easier, so I didn't have much to do. I'm hoping this is one step that will make me more confident when it comes to applying for jobs. These photos, like I said earlier, will be going on things like my LinkedIn, my personal portfolio website, and more. I really hope that as I continue to take this seriously, that I will get the job that I desire, or the job that's desired for me. And like I said earlier, making my requests known to God, right? Because as somebody who struggles with anxiety, it does give me peace to pray and to commit everything into God. My favorite Bible verse at the moment is Philippians 4 verse 6, which says, "Don't worry about anything, but in all your prayers ask God for what you need, always asking Him with a thankful heart, and God's peace, which is far beyond human understanding, will keep your hearts and minds safe in union with Christ Jesus." And honestly, that's what's been saving me and calming me down. I make my requests known, but also faith without works is dead. You can't say like, oh, you want a job or you want something and then not be actively taking steps towards making that thing happen, right? However things end up, whether it's rejection or open doors, everything will always work out for my good. And I feel like that's a mindset that everybody needs to start adopting. I'm pretty proud of myself, honestly, because I told myself I was gonna get this thing done today and I got it done. I'm actually doing this adulting thing, you know? Maybe that's all it takes sometimes, doing little things. Anywho, though I'm not a kid anymore, and yes, I am responsible for my life, I will always be God's child, and I know that He's responsible for me. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.